Hey everybody, it's Laurie Blomer here. It is Sunday, October 19th, and I'm here for this week's card pull for spiritual reflection and spiritual inspiration. So if you've been following along, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. Almost every week I pull a card for the purpose of spiritual reflection and spiritual inspiration. I like to call it just a helpful lens through which to observe your life's experiences for the purpose of becoming a better, wiser, more evolved human being, and also to just continue in our spiritual growth, our spiritual path. And I work with whatever deck I feel compelled to use. I just go with what feels right. And the one that I'm using this week is one I used a while ago. There's an artist named Nikisha van der Hoeven who's come up with these great oracle decks that are animal themed. And of course, there's one dedicated to rabbits, and you know how I feel about rabbits. And it's called Nikisha's Rabbit Oracle. And Nikisha's more than just an artist. She obviously very much understands the nature of card reading. She even has a rabbit tarot deck, but I think this one's more fun because I think it's more of an expression of her and how she would organize a deck versus how the Rider-Waite deck is organized, and being true to that. So anyway, I'm working with this deck. The imagery is whimsical. It's a cute little bunny or bunnies, but it goes through challenging stuff just like we as humans do. So I'm going to pull the card. I'm just going to split the deck. Whatever card my thumb lands on is the one that we're going to work with. You're welcome to draw from my inspiration, but I encourage you to really sit with it in terms of what you know is going on in your life, what's going on with this week that you're trying to accomplish, and any other personal insights for you. So I'm going to pull that card now. And our card is this one, and it is Desert. You know, I'm going to say it, I always do. I really like this card, but the truth is I do. Typically, when we think of a desert, by the way, for those of you interested in numerology, the number is 14, which is interesting. In tarot, that is called a karmic debt number. Excuse me, in numerology, that's a karmic debt number. It's called 14-5. And boy, am I going to have some fun with this one. Let's start with the 14-5. 14-5 means I look at the 1 and the 4 and the 5. 5 is the number of change, but the 14, the 1 and the 4 add an added dimension to it. And when a 14-5 comes up, what that means is there's some sort of past life experience that we're working our way through in this lifetime to rebalance. It's sort of like taking corrective action. The gist of it, and you can read up more on the internet or ask me and I'll provide more information, but what it means is experiencing just a path that's characteristic of a lot of change, and some of it unexpected, and feeling like you're having to sort of work harder to create the type of foundations and structure that are necessary in order to adapt to all this change. What it says basically is persevering, but also creating necessary foundations in your life that will help you to navigate change. That's kind of how it comes together. A lot more could be said. If it's in your numerological chart as one of the primary numbers, then it takes on even bigger significance. But what I like about this as it ties to this card, it's the idea that he's in a desert. But guess what? He's really leaning into what a desert would have to offer. He's got desert plants. He's beautifying the area using cacti, for example, things that grow in the desert. And it's like if you want a garden and you're in the desert, you use desert plants to create a garden for yourself and create sacred space. And of course, when we think of the phrase desert, often people think of that as a desolate place, as a time where nothing's growing, where there's a lack of something. That's not how this rabbit is responding. So you could say the message of this card is to sort of say, make the best of situations, be resourceful, you know, acknowledging where you are and utilizing what is available where you are, can help you respond and help you make the best of a challenging situation. So it's like, here I am. Let me make the best of it. I really love this. He's worked hard to do this. He's created a beautiful space, and he's really leaning into what is beautiful about the desert to make a welcoming home for himself. Where would rabbits normally inhabit? In a burrow. This is not a burrow. He's out exposed in the light, so he's creating an environment that's going to work for him. So there you go. Those are my thoughts in no particular order. I'm going to sit with this a little bit more and write about it. So if you're on my email distribution list, you'll also get the more expanded view of this. And my friend Heather Coletti, who's a philosopher and life coach and astrologer, she's going to provide her spin as to how does this card speak to what's going on astrologically for this week. So if you're not on my mailing list, I encourage you to sign up so you can get that more expanded view. My name is Laurie Blomer. My website is laurieblomer.com. My email address is laurieblomerpsychic@gmail.com. Would love to hear from you. Would love to work with you. And I hope you have a really inspired week, beautifying, making it a home for whatever desert presents itself to you this week. Thanks for watching.